Something I get asked a lot is, how does a collection begin? And I always begin my collections with a mood board. This is my Pembrokeshire collection mood board. And I start at the very beginning where I walk the area that I feel most inspired by, and in this particular case it was Lower Tregennis in Pembrokeshire. And I take with me a little lap loom and I weave some of the textures and colours that I find along the way so that I can bring them back to the workshop to refer to them when I'm selecting my collections of fabric. And so here we have a weaving that I did at Lower Tregennis. I took a few samples of some of the flowers and grasses that was there, just to remind myself of the beautiful colours so I can match threads for weaving and yarns. And I also did one of the scene that I actually saw. So I was sat in the Lower Tregennis area looking out towards Ramsey Island, and I gathered these pieces off one of the little bays. So there was a bit of fisherman's net, some driftwood, and some hemp that I'd found on the beach, and a bit of seaweed. And along with my bag of fluff, I wove the little scene that I saw. The driftwood emulates the jagged, rugged coastline, and the black is the seaweed that was growing all over the rocks, and obviously the beautiful turquoise seas that we have here. And I was lucky enough to have someone watching me, and it was actually a seal. So every now and again he would pop up and would watch me weaving. It was magical. And then I'll bring those weavings back, and I will start by matching fibre colours, finding fabrics that are similar colours to what I saw. And I'll scour and scour different fabric houses and archives in mills until I find just the perfect cloth that I feel encapsulates everything I saw in that area. And in particular, these fabrics here, I feel emulate our beautiful coastline perfectly. In the gorse and the heather that I saw as I walked along the coastal path, the beautiful turquoise seas with the lovely frothy waves that I was watching wash up on the rocks. So I've selected these fabrics from a designer in Scotland called Mary Helena. She does the most beautiful printed velvets, and I kind of felt like I connected with her designs because she's very much inspired by the landscape and the coastline, very similar to myself. So naturally there was just a connection with her fabrics.